Today, the gamification of wealth management. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Welcome to this post covering finance and property news with a distinctively Australian flavour. Today, I'm joined by Nick Tang. Hi, Nick. Good to see you.
Hi, Martin. Glad to chat with you here.
Now, you are the founder and CEO of Tangram, and I think there are two things I'd like to do. One is just briefly touch what Tangram is, but also you're doing a crowdsourcing equity funding scheme, and I'm very interested to explore that because that's something I'm not that familiar with. So let's start with what is Tangram?
Oh, good. Thanks, Martin, for the introduction. Well, basically, Tangram, we are a wealth creation app. So help young generation to build wealth in a brand new way. We started back in 2016 when the idea was born. Because our clients are relatively young, their requirements are totally different from their dad and moms. So we thought we need to do something for them. This is why we toward this kind of tech direction to find a solution. Then we do a lot of research. We found on the market that there is a category called digital advice or robo-advice field. So we thought this would be the kind of future for personal wealth management. But back then that time, most people haven't heard about this robo-advice concept. So if we build a platform for robot advising, but no one heard about that, how can we get into the market? So this is why we thought, well, we need to have some easy concept to introduce this complicated financial planning process to the retail to the individuals. Then this come to the idea. So investment is not something you do every day, but shopping is. This is why we introduce the shopping rewards to our platform. So we let people to shopping in our app. So every time they shop, they have a cashback. Then they can start to investment using their cashback. So super easy concept to get people start their investment journey.
Right. So let's just sort of recap. So it's basically it's an app. It's targeted at younger people, and effectively it ties reward programs into effectively laying a platform for investment.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you've almost gamified the investment story, right? And
I like it. I like the word gamified.
Yeah. And it's also, of course, playing into the fact that young people are very familiar with their mobile devices, very familiar with online shopping, but perhaps don't know that much about, wealth management and all of those sorts of things. So you're taking them along that journey. And it's interesting. You said this has been around for a little while. The timing is actually quite interesting, isn't it? Because the technology is matured, the mobile devices are absolutely everywhere, and youngsters are pretty much wedded to them. So, the proposition sounds interesting. So, did you manage to get some initial funding, and
Yes.
Where are you in the evolution of the business?
Yes, of course. So yes, when we look at this field today, everything is more mature. So we have the tech, we have all. Some kind of regulation support from the government, but back in 2016, 2015, not many options on the market for us to partner with or looking for some kind of solutions. The initial funding I did is back in 2016 as well. So I gathered 13 of my friends and previous clients who might be interested in this kind of investment, venture investment stuff. So I present the idea of Tangram, which was kind of okay. Then we raised raised the very first round of capital, raised about 210K back to 2016. So we officially kicked off the Tangram development journey. So after that, in 2017, we raised another round, about 850,000 keys from still individual investors. Then because I'm not a IT person, so in 2018, we formed our IT team. One of our co-founders joined us. That time, we officially start to build the app from the IT. We got our web version testing, app beta version until 2019. So we have kind of finished all this first day development. Then we have the beta version public offering for people to download, to have a try. We receive a lot of positive feedbacks. And because obviously we start from zero current space, zero fund space as well. So with the beta version, we already had like $500,000 funds investments through the app until 2020, April 2020, we officially released the app to the market, which was right after the pandemic. Not in our plan.
Perfect timing, right?
not in our plan at all. Not in our plan at all. It was just changed everything. So we planned that whole. We have a very comprehensive marketing plan in 2020 and to the beginning, but since the pandemic, everything's changed. So it quite a shocking time anyway.
Right, and now you've taken the next step in terms of funding, which is crowdsourcing equity funding. So
very excited.
Yeah, very interesting concept. Do you have to go through the same processes as you would with a normal sort of equity raise, where you have to do a whole bunch of information disclosure, all of those things? Is it the same?
Yes, I think compare what I did, crowdfunding actually is much easier at our stage. So because I did capital raising myself before, I know how hard it works, right? And everything I have to sort myself after. Right now, we are using, virtual and our crowdfunding platform. They help us to organize most of the stuff, so which makes me very easy. And also, I guess the main take at this stage, we are still on the process. And the stage 2, which is EOI, experience of interest right now. So we found for us, it's kind of, it's a new stuff for us for sure, but based on our experience, the capital raise experience before, actually it seems easier for us. But I'm for sure for some, newly startups, so the very first they want to do crowdfunding, it might be a little bit more challenge.
Right, because you've already done a lot of the work, you have a lot of the information available, yes. And you've got effectively a foundation path already laid out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
It's getting popular. It's getting popular. More and more people heard about this stuff. So the license actually issued from ASIC back in 2018. But now it's actually, I guess some figures in the last financial year, the total volume from the money raised from crowdfunding is 86 million. So which is 82% up to the year before. It's getting popular, especially in today's market environment.
That is very interesting. Yes, I hadn't realized that it's actually been taking off. And I know ASIC certainly has allowed it to occur, right? As an alternative funding approach.
I mean, it's good for startup, right? Yeah. At least you have alternatives to raising capital other than you go to speak to different investors.
Interesting. Now we should touch on the name, right? Because Tangram actually means something, doesn't it?
Yes, well, it means a lot. Now, well, Tangram actually is one of the oldest puzzle game. So the reason we pick the name is because we are in this wealth management industry. So the philosophy of the Tangram game actually is very matched to the investment. So the game of Tangram basically stand for diversity and creativity. So just like a investment portfolio. So and the financial advice, when we talk to our clients, we try to educate them. Look, if you want to make some investment, you can't just invest purely on one thing, shares or one asset class. If you want to divide your make a little bit more returns, you have to divide your you have to consider your risk as well. So the overall philosophy of the Tangram is very matched to this investment stuff. This is why we thought, hey, that would be good name to pick. And also because we are developing a fintech, we want to be more fun, right? It's a game. We do not want to scaring people like investment. Oh, it's so scary now. It's just like you are playing a game. Investment should be as easier as you playing a game. So good. Let's go. Let's get the name. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the Tangram actually is with single G. So we couldn't get the domain name of a single G. This is why we make a double G.
Yes.
So double G will mean to us interaction between users. So like we create a community for people to interact with each other. So that's a lot of meanings.
Very, very interesting, and I like the name, and I noticed the two G's, but it's a very interesting story, right? Because basically, yes, the concept was driven by spotting a need in the marketplace, an opportunity in the marketplace, the convergence of technology, the particular demographic behavior, and also, as you say, gamification. I think this is a really important thing. And you've got an advisory board actually that's also giving you a bit of direction too.
Yes. I guess first because we are on this wealth management field for a long time. For me myself is more than 12 years. All this time we spend it focus on developing this our app to make sure this app can work well for our users. The fundamental of the app is to help people to earn money. So we try to, and of course, investment comes with risk, but we try to minimize this risk. We try to deliver a message, no matter what you are doing, our users, by using Tangram app, you are earning money. So that's a message we want to deliver to our users, rather than, hey, come to invest. I don't care whether you win or you lose. I take your transaction fees. Or you enjoy losing money. We want our users to earn money first, then we can earn money. So I guess that's the difference between us and the others on the market.
Very interesting. Well, congratulations on the journey so far. We'll put the links below if people want to go and have a look at Tangram. It's certainly a very interesting proposition. And best of luck with the raising.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin.
Good to talk to you.
Cheers.